Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're in Houghton, Hancock, in the UP, fishing for walleyes and smallmouth bass.
Hey, hey, John Gillespie!
This is a big, beautiful fish.
Oh, is that awesome? Holy moly! Oh my God! Look at the size of that walleye, Danny! Look at the size of that fish. Yes, folks, up in Houghton, Hancock, Michigan, Matt, and one of yours and my favorite destinations. You know, there's so much water up here. You've got Lake Superior, you've got Keweenaw Bay, you've got Torch Lake, Portage Lake, a ton of water, right?
Yeah, John, it is so beautiful up here. There's not a lot of people, there's a ton of water, and there's a lot of different species of fish.
Boy, they had a ton of rain up here the last couple of days. They had like 8 or 9 inches in one day. There were roads washed out. I mean, it was absolutely a disaster up here. It's gonna take them a while to recover from that.
Yeah, it's sad to see. I mean, there's a lot of roads blocked. We had detours coming up, and they got a mess on their hands.
And we got some special guests. We'll announce those guys later, but we'll have fun, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Hey folks, we'll show what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this.
Remember, folks, the black flies and mosquitoes are horrible this year.
Folks, with all the rain we've had this summer, what does that mean, Jack?
There's lots of black flies, mosquitoes, and lots of ticks.
So what do?
We use common insect repellent.
And the reason, Henry, that we use Coleman insect repellent is they have a formula for everyone in the family. For the littler kids like Jack and Christina, I like the Skin Smart DEET Free. And I just put a little bit of that on them in the morning, and that gives them 8 hours of protection. Right, Jack?
Yeah.
Okay, Henry, for you and I, we're a little bit bigger, so we use the insect repellent that is called
The Sportsman formula.
Sportsman formula. It has 40% DEET in it. I put it like on you and on your legs like that, buddy. And what does that do?
That protects us from the bugs.
For 8 hours. You love your Coleman insect repellent?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
You can't choose the weather, but you can choose to dress for it. Introducing Blackfish Performance Wear for the ultimate sun protection and cooling comfort. Using chemical-free cooling technology, our Shade and Eclipse series is designed with unique fabric to wick moisture away, as well as create pockets for air to keep you cool. Whether on the boat or on the dock, choose Blackfish, because you can choose the weather. Blackfishgear.com.
From the makers of the best-selling Yamaha Grizzly and Kodiak 700 comes the all-new Kodiak 450, the world's only midsize ATV with Yamaha-proven off-road capability, all-day comfort, and confidence-inspired performance. The all-new Kodiak 450, starting at just $59.99.
Hey, welcome back, folks. As I mentioned at the top of the program, up in Houghton, Hancock, Michigan. Hey, Matt, before you and I even cast a line, when we're on strange water, you actually just drive around and you look for mid-lake humps. Now, we're on one right now, right?
Yeah, John, there's a lot of structure in a lot of these lakes. So the first thing is look at the Lake Master chip. Find the structures, the underwater points, the humps, and then we're looking for structure on those spots.
Now this hump comes out of 30 feet of water, and it's got weeds on both sides of the top of the hump. So is that a likely spot?
Yeah, John, in June the weeds start coming up, growing. We have longer days, longer sun time throughout the days now in June as you go into the summer months, and the weeds are gonna start growing. Typically they're gonna be 2 to 3 feet off the bottom. That's where the bait fish are gonna be and the game fish.
Matty B, what do you got there, buddy?
There's a decent walleye.
Nice walleye to start today.
Oh yeah.
And Matt, you know, we pointed out those weed edges, and you're actually keeping the boat in 20 feet of water and casting into about 12, right?
Yep, we're along a break with the weeds, John, and right now we're finding weeds in that 10 to 14 foot, and that fish came right where the weeds started getting thicker.
Hey, Blake, look what do you got there, Blake? What do you got? You got a walleye? Flip him in. There you go. Yeah, walk right up to the camera with that. Good job. What was that on, Blake?
I just put on the gold Google Eye jig. I've never used the gold one, and that jerk minnow.
Were you reeling it fast?
Yep, just hitting the bottom. It's pretty windy, so it's tough, but look at that.
Nicely done. We got a fish up here now.
Woo!
Whoa, there we go. Hey, I got it. Oh, I got to introduce old B here. B is one of our guests today. Turn around there, buddy, and hold up your walleye. Now, you guys bid on this trip from where?
St. Jerome.
That's a church.
Yep, St. Jerome School in Oconomowoc.
In Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. And thank you for contributing to the church and winning this trip. And you're a teacher.
Correct, Phi Ed teacher.
Phi Ed teacher. Well, you got to get Ryan, the photographer, in shape. But one thing I wanted to ask you, though, seriously, how long have you been at your school, and which one is it?
37 years at St. Jerome.
And you teach?
Phi Ed.
What do you got there, Matt?
I don't know if it's a pike, John, or if I just got a walleye down in the thick weeds, because we just came across a nice thick weed bed here on this flat.
That's a nice walleye, Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Nicely done there, buddy.
Yeah, it was down in the weeds for sure, because I couldn't move it at first.
As a matter of fact, let me pass this up to you. This is the type of weed that you're looking for, right? The nice green cabbage?
Yep, that nice green cabbage that's coming up right now in late June.
You know, I had to switch to that grub, Matt. I was throwing the jerk minnow, and like you said, in this wind, it's just impossible to use a jerk bait. So.
Yeah, that steady retrieve, John, makes a big difference fishing more effective.
Whoa, whoa.
There you go.
Now, is that uncommon, Matt, for those fish to be hanging out together, or are they just all in the weeds chasing the bait?
Yeah, they're in here chasing bait, there's no doubt. I mean, the walleye spawned a long time ago, but these smallmouth probably just finished up the last couple weeks, and they got to feed back up, and the belly on that one looks like he started already.
I'll tell you, both Portage and Torch Lake and a lot of the lakes up here are well known for big smallmouth.
Oh yeah, the gin clear water, even on the big lake. I mean, it's small, a lot of smallmouth. Hooked up, John.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, this is a great system that we're doing.
Oh.
You know, you drift until you get a bite and put them in Coda on spot lock, right?
Oh, yep, get away from that motor.
Hey,
look at that.
Look at how he ate that grub.
It.
Yeah. Look at how he ate that grub. And you know, that is really an underutilized bait. You know, that's been around for how many years?
Oh, grubs have been around forever, John, and they're so easy to fish for any age, any experienced angler. Just throw it out. And the key is picking the right size jig head based on how deep of water you're fishing. 1/8 ounce or quarter is pretty much the best, less than 20 foot of water. Hooked up, John.
Yeah, what is that, 3 in a row?
Boy, it's fun when you bomb that grub downwind as far as you can, turn the reel 1 or 2 times and tick, and then you got to reel them all the way in.
They're all pretty much the same size, aren't they?
Oh yeah, these 16, 17-inch fish are awesome.
And there's that grub again.
Yep.
And that's an 1/8 ounce jig head?
1/8 ounce Google with the 5-inch Kalin's grub, John.
You just
swimming
reel it slow.
Yep, just ticking the top of the weeds.
See, I told you to what? Slow down a little bit.
Slow down, put the grub on, and I sprayed the Baitmate on it just
Nicely
now.
done. Oh, lift them in. There you go. And
Nice.
grab them. Wow.
That's a good one.
But you know that Matt was telling us before to slow down, and so you're just kind of ticking the tops of the weeds,
Yep.
right?
I have a question. Does the water temperature matter with the walleyes?
Yeah, it does. We got, I can see on the Humminbird right now, 66 degrees. So at this time of the year, they are still using these shallow weeds. Ooh, this one feels pretty good too. That's 2 in a row back here, Matt.
Nice job.
Oh, nice walleye there, Matty B. Yeah, those are nice. That one actually might be a little short. But man, I'll tell you, I am amazed at the hit. And Blake, what we've been doing back here is
using the Baitmate. And you know why? It has this continuous spray, which is nice because you can spray it at any angle of the bait, and the scent really attracts the fish.
Yeah, we'll spray it. Go ahead, put some on there. And that's what's nice about this new spray can is you don't get it all over the boat. It is funny. You move a little bit, catch 4 or 5, and do it again, right?
Oh yeah, boy, that spot lock is essential in this 20-mile-an-hour wind.
Now that one's not very well built, is he?
No, that's got to be a thin male there, John.
Matty, I just put on a jerk minnow again because we're in a little easier area to fish it with the spot lock on.
Yep.
He hit that hard.
Nice.
Oh, here he comes, Matt. We got ourselves a northern pike ski there, Matt. Yes, that's a good idea. And yeah, that's not bad though, buddy. You know, hold him up. Nice pike.
Nice fight.
Yeah, I thought it was a walleye or bass. All right, we got our second guest in the boat. We got old Kevin, and we got a double header going here, Matt.
Nope, I had weeds. I got weeds.
You had weeds. Flip them in. That's a nice little walleye.
There was another one following it, John.
Kevin, just flip them in, dude. There you go.
Nice
Hold them up to your face so we can see them. Stand next to him and introduce Kevin.
Yep, this is Kevin Ryan. He bid and won the live auction at St. Jerome's for the dinner, so we appreciate that.
And Kevin, what do you do, buddy?
I'm a school bus driver for Keweenaw School District.
Nice. And hold your walleye up there. And that was on the?
Kalin's Grub. We're back on the Grub.
Way to go there, Kevin. Yeah, I just let a little pike go here in the back of the boat. Now, let's see, and I know that this area's got bigger walleyes, but Matt, this is fun, isn't it, catching, even though they're only 16, 17 inches long?
Oh yeah, John, catch them on plastic, and they hit it hard.
Did we even bring any live bait, you guys?
No.
No live bait allowed.
Nope, we do not use live bait. No. The artificial bite is awesome.
Hey, here we go. I thought that was a pike he hit so hard. It's a walleye, here he is. That's fun, man. They just do fight good. Yeah, whoa. Right in the net there. There we go, folks. And again, they are not hitting a jerk presentation. It's got to be just a steady pull. And a lot of you folks coming up north, for the 4th of July and whatever, don't always look for walleyes on deep rocks. Matt, the green weeds, they'll stay in there a long time, won't they?
Yeah, John, I've seen it on lakes, so they're staying all the way through July into August, and sometimes on certain lakes, they will stay in there all year, all fall. But a lot of times what happens is these fish will stay in like June through June, move back out a little deeper, and then the fall time they come back in.
Matty B, whoa, just moved to a spot on the calmer end of the lake.
Oh,
ooh,
yeah,
that's a nice
nice
walleye, buddy.
fish.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Oh, we'll go with the Grub.
But we're the day after a big storm, man, and to have these fish biting the way they are is pretty cool.
Oh, it's awesome. The lightning was crazy.
Fish.
Blake's hooked up.
All right, I'm going to cast out while you're reeling that in and see if we can make this 3 in a row.
All right.
Ooh, nice walleye, Blake. Here it comes. Ooh, yeah, there you go. Hold them up there, Blake. Nice walleye.
Thanks.
Now, tell the folks how shallow we are right here.
It is 5 feet.
We're on the inside of a weed edge, which is kind of unusual, isn't it, Blake?
Yep.
Usually we're in that deeper water.
But that was my first cast, and I'm ready for the second one.
I was saying to Blake right before that we're fishing the inside of a weed edge now, man.
This fish just smoked it, John.
So they must be in there feeding, right?
And isn't that unbelievable? It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the wind's calm over here and sunny. But when you get those shallow weeds like that, they're definitely in here feeding on
I just got ripped
John
too.
just got ripped too. Look at this. Gonzo.
We were fishing in Houghton, Hancock, Michigan. A 5.5-hour drive from Milwaukee, 6.5 hours from Chicago, and 4.5 hours from Minneapolis.
Excellent. Oh, there's a good one. Awesome.
Beautiful fish.
Look at how he ate that,
He
too.
ate that Google Eye jig.
This is the Google Eye. It's available in a live bait series and then a long hook shank series. And what we did is we took a glass rattle and built it into the middle of the round jig head and just bouncing it. It hits the bottom, that glass rattle's rattling and it's sending off vibration in this dirty water in this river, and that's the result right there.
This one's coming home with me.
Find everything you need for your 4th of July celebrations at Fleet Farm. These colorful Americana t-shirts for the entire family are on sale. They're only $4.99. Let the party begin with Frito-Lay chips. Get 5 family-sized bags for just $10. And grill like a pro with this Charbroil True Infrared Gas Grill. Electronic ignition, no flare-ups, and it's $50 off at Fleet Farm.
Yeah, they're hitting that so hard, folks, that your line actually jumps when the bite happens. And here he comes. And one thing, folks, when you're fishing shallow water, Matt, I like to, and that's a short fish, but go to the smallest jig you can. And I've got a little 1/8 ounce starter head on here, and that'll keep this about midway between the top of the water and the bottom.
way out there on a long cast. Turn the handle once, and like you said, John, you just ripped it.
So you're thinking those fish are sitting in 3-4 feet of water?
Oh, yeah, that fish probably came out of 4 feet of water right there.
That is amazing after that big rainstorm yesterday, too. That might be a little bit short.
Yep, it's probably 14.
But they're so aggressive, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they're just clobbering it.
Oh, Kevin Rooney there. Kevin, turn to the camera and smile. There you go, buddy. You know, it's a beautiful day out. And, yeah, another waller. Ooh, that's a nice one there. Hold them up there, Kevin.
We're getting there.
Hey, Matt, when we get a chance there, I want to show the folks, I think, the right way to put a grub on. There is a right way to do it so they run the correct way in the water. Hey, Kevin, nice job there, buddy.
Thank you.
Folks, this is amazing. Look at this. Here he is. And they're all beautiful walleyes, but we haven't caught anything big today. And you can see how he hit, and by going to a lighter jig here, folks, that's the 1/8 ounce starter head, and you don't have to let it go to the bottom in this deep of water. But Matt, show the folks the right way to put one of those grubs on.
Yep, John, so you want to make sure you rig the grub straight so it swims correctly through the water. So I have the bottom of the tail facing towards me. I put the point of the hook through the top of the grub, and I hold the jig and I push the grub up there, and as that grub bends over the bottom of the hook, that's my indication to pop it through. And as you can see, I'm going to have it rigged straight like that, and it's going to swim through the water column straight as an arrow, and they're going to eat it.
Matt, that was an unbelievable bite. I mean, I ripped the jig up, and when that thing was going down, my line jumped so hard, and you got one on too.
I'm hooked up. I threw in the same spot.
Here he is. There's mine, Matty B. Let's get yours in, Matt.
Same spot, John.
Okay, Matty B. Okay, here, hold these up together, buddy. Here's mine coming your way there.
Look at this. Awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Artificial plastics, high skies.
No, I mean, you know, and I actually think that overall, and there's times when live bait wins. I mean, there's no question. But overall, I'll go to plastics first.
Absolutely. And when they're feeding like this, they're so aggressive because they're fighting over it.
That was almost like hitting a surface bait, folks. Again, we're fishing in 4 or 5 feet of water. All I do is rip that jig a little bit and bam. Matty, this is a decent one here,
too,
nice
buddy. Fish. Nice fish.
Whoa.
John, this is one after another.
Oh, it's hysterical.
We're just peeling them.
And when the hit is, man, that line just goes just like it's an exciting bite. And again, these aren't giants, but when you're catching this many, man, it is absolutely a ton of fun. That one feel a little bit better, look a little bit better, man.
It hit really hard. It's not a real big one at all, but
I'll tell you what, you know, both you guys are bass fishermen and love your bass fishing. People say walleyes don't fight. I disagree.
Yeah, they fight pretty darn good.
They fight, and when you're catching them on plastic shallow, when they're feeding like this,
John's
John,
got one back there.
they hammer it. I mean, yeah, John just smoked him. There's a double, another double.
I casted that one out, Matt, and got bit. There we go.
Whacking and stacking them.
Yep. That's the next cast after the double, isn't it?
Yes, it is, John. He just thumped it. That's a nice fish.
Yeah, they are.
Look at how they eat that. You notice how the jig head sticks out of their mouth? Because walleyes follow baits, whether you're trolling or you're casting. So they're following it, and then they decide just to eat it.
Folks, breaking news from Fleet Farm. The Salmo Hornet has been one of the hottest lures in the upper Midwest the past several years. And right now, you can get a Salmo Hornet for only $2.99 at Fleet Farm. Just look for the package you're seeing on the screen right now for only $2.99, a Salmo Hornet. But no matter which side of the boat you cast on, Kevin, you're catching a fish.
That fish is up there like 2 foot of water. Blake's got
Blake
one
too.
Double. We got a doubler.
We got a doubler.
Okay,
it's
Blake,
the K&B show.
Double header here. Double header walleyes.
Woo!
Okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
There was a muskie behind that.
Was there?
Yep.
Hold them up together, you guys.
Woo!
There was a muskie behind Blake's
There was a
walleye.
muskie behind Blake's bait?
There was.
Ooh.
Look at those beautiful
Blake.
walleyes.
Love it.
Have you know, you've fished with us a year now. This is pretty fast, isn't it?
Oh yeah, cast after cast.
You know, Johnsonville is a big part of the 4th of July, which is coming up pretty soon, guys. So today I'm cooking you special edition Johnsonville firecracker brats. Okay, so these are regular, beautiful, 100% pure Johnsonville pork, and they've infused them with a little bit of spice to give them a little bit of kick. And on the 4th of July, all you do is put them on the grill, cook them slow and low for about 15-20 minutes till they're golden brown.
Awesome. Spicy.
Good. Perfect. Really good.
Johnsonville Firecracker Brats. Look for them at your favorite grocer today.
I'm Blake Gillespie here at Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters. Are you looking to have a relaxing day on the water? I know I am, and that's why I'm at Mills Fleet Farm to get the perfect kayak for me. Fleet Farm has everything you need, from recreational kayaks for quick but relaxing days on the water and touring for longer trips. So paddle on in to your local Mills Fleet Farm store to see them for yourself.
Oh, Pete, I'm getting too old for this. So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps? Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set? Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333. Folks, running a big two-stroke engine this year, I've really gotten to rely on the Amsoil HP Marine. This really makes my engine run better, doesn't it, Len?
It does. We do a lot of testing behind the scenes on these particular products, and a couple of the big things to think about is wear protection and detergency. We make sure that there's nothing building up inside that engine. We're also protecting it from wear, because these are the things you don't look at until something happens. So we make sure it doesn't.
And a lot less smoke, right?
Right. That's something that we actually do. We look at trying to produce less smoke. That's one of the major things.
And for more information on both the HP 2-stroke and 4-stroke Marine, you can go to
amsoil.com.
Let us make this absolutely clear. The days of wasted casts and missed opportunities are over. New Mega Imaging takes fishing into the megahertz range for the first time, because higher frequency sonar means higher frequency of this. Without a doubt, it's the most detailed picture of the world below ever. And it's only from Humminbird.
Nice of you to visit the back of the boat. Oh, look at yours there.
And we both get a fish out at the same time.
Yeah, and mine is...
Oh, baby.
That's a nice walleye you got
this is
there.
a nice fish.
And here comes
Come on up here, big girl. Oh, both of these are beauties,
yeah,
and they're
look at
just,
that.
yeah,
Look
they
at these
choking it.
walleyes.
Look at that.
Man.
That's a 4-inch Sizmic shad just gone.
And mine gone too. Look at that.
Yeah, it's almost an 18-inch fish. Here's a 17.
And again, 65-degree water temps, folks. And we've got to be honest, we caught walleyes this morning, but we were looking in deeper water, that 10, 12 feet. We had no idea these fish were in so tight. They're in 4 or 5 feet.
It's unbelievable. I mean, they just had their feed bag on in here.
Hey, Blake.
Hey, this is so much fun, Dad.
Well, I know it is.
And it's a
oh, that's a
beautiful
nicer
day.
one. That is a nicer one.
Yeah.
Well, this is your first trip to Michigan, to the UP too. It's beautiful country up here.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Couldn't ask for a better day.
And not many boats on the water, you know?
No, it's perfect.
You know, one thing I want to say, folks, these Jason Mitchell Elite rods are so cool for this type of fishing. Oh yeah, look at this one, Matt. But these rods are awesome, and they got a special technology for these smooth eyes, and these are built in Japan with in a really cool way, and they got a lifetime guarantee on them too, folks. In addition to that, they're less expensive than most high-end rods, but beautiful walleye.
It's now time to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2018 Fishing Contest.
Michael Blaubach of South Milwaukee caught this 28-inch walleye on Green Bay on a Rapella. Cindy Sheps of Poplar Grove, Illinois caught this 24-inch bass on Pierce Lake on a crappie thumper. Larry Betzler of Bristol, Wisconsin caught this 45-inch northern on Fox Lake on a jig and minnow. Bob Zilkowski of Menominee Falls boated this 36-inch carp on Lake Winnebago on a crappie scrub. And this week's kids winners are Dylan Well of Sartell, Minnesota caught this 11-inch sunny on Osakis on a shrimp. Cody Anderson of Phelps, Wisconsin caught this 21-inch bass on Loch Vodazare on a sucker minnow. And congratulations to Evan Osborne of Minnesota. He caught this 22-inch walleye on Gull Lake.
Our adult winners receive a $25 Fleet Farm gift card, and our kids winners receive a Plano tackle box. Fleet Farm is your outdoor headquarters.
I never get tired of that bite, Matt. I really never do.
No.
Ooh, look at this guy.
When they pound it, life is good.
There we go. There's another nice walleye. Yeah, the bite is so interesting. And one thing I want to talk about, you know, folks, I've showed you many times how I rib jig these, but I've never shown you the retrieve on using those grubs. And Matt, it's just steady and slow, right? Hey, Blake, we were just asking Matt a question, and you caught a fish.
Nice
there.
job.
Move to the front of the boat.
Oh, it's a nice walleye.
Ooh, yeah.
It's a good
nice
one, Dad.
All right, flipperini, Blake. Hey, way to go there, Blake. Now,
Man, how much do you think they love that noise on the Google?
Oh yeah, when that grub's swimming, whether it's a swim bait or a grub, it's always rocking side to side, and we designed it so that rattle is in there just making noise.
I can even hear it.
So how do you
awesome.
retrieve that grub, Matt? Show us.
Yeah, John, so you throw it out.
Yeah, do it.
I got one, oops, sorry. So you, depending on how deep it is, it usually typically fish an 1/8 or a 1/4, but I usually give it a couple second count in this 6 to 8 feet of water, and it's just a steady retrieve like this.
And hold your rod tip high?
And hold the rod at about a 45, and as soon as you start ticking, whether it's rock or weeds, I speed it up just a little bit, and you just want to stay right on top of that cover and just tick it, and you all of a sudden the fish just, boom, hammer it. Hook, set, block,
Hey, you've been fishing with Blake since you started with the company. She's, there you
nice
go, Blake.
fish.
Nice.
That is a beautiful walleye.
Oh,
That was Matt's fault, Blake.
I was gonna grab him.
Ooh. Doesn't he drive you nuts, Blake?
I was like this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was.
I'm kidding.
If you fish, chances are you've used a mustad hook. That's all we use.
Mark, get him in there. Army tank there, Dale. Oh, there is a big boy. I mean, I just can't believe this, folks. Oh, let's see him, buddy. Look at that. That 10 seconds, though, makes a big difference, buddy. Well, that one is a gorgeous fish. Is that pushing 3?
It's 3. We're gonna weigh it.
Mustad, the world's largest manufacturer of fishing hooks. Get the point? We did.
The future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that Evinrude E-Tech G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
This is a whole other level. The G2 is awesome.
To learn more, visit evinrude.com.
Give me 5, dude.
Awesome day.
And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish at. We'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.
Hey, John Gillespie.